seat. Don't worry, anybody take my seat.
Will you tell me if you feel like it looks like it's go one way or the other? So we're just trying to determine that we're definitely going to be pulling that wire straight down in, and that we're even on both sides of the seat.
Is there a distance issue? Center it?
No, it's basically, he was asking, is there a centering? There really isn't. Your forward and back is controlled by this attachment that we're going to make at the very back. And basically what you want is you want this back just as far as you can get it, because then you're going to be pulling it forward, and that's what will give us the tautness. So as long as we feel that we've got it pretty well centered this way, now I can worry about getting this one down in to the point that I can clip it and know that it's being pulled down good. So if we think we're pretty well lined up there, and I got my wire just a little bit further to one side, so I'm going to push that back a little bit more to the other side, so I'm pulling. The real strength is pulling on that wire, so you want that wire pretty much centered.
Yes.
You're hog tying it to the bendy string.
Right here,
Wires, right?
What's
You're
that?
hog tying it to the bendy wires of the spring.
Yeah, it's just getting hog ringed right to these, wherever I feel that I can get one that's putting the right amount of tension, then that's what I'm aiming for. And you can't get it on this side, so it has to be on the back side.
Thank you. If anybody's going to the mall, the trolley's here.
Okay, so what we want to look at is we want to look at down inside here, it's pulled nice and tight, and it is. It's right up against the backing. It looks nice and straight right across there. So that's the first thing we do, putting the bucket seat on, is getting that attached. Now, even though we've got the one wire under there running lengthwise that we're trying to hit, you've got to be somewhat careful as you're putting those in, or you'll end up with this bead kind of varying a little bit left and right. So part of what we're worrying about is that we're pulling straight down, we're not varying it back and forth, and also on this part, it's pretty critical that you're just getting, we want this wire all the way down in the listing, to the bottom of the listing, and it's down on the wire that we want to get our hog rings. If we miss and start getting the hog ring into some of the seat fabric, what it's going to do is every place that we aren't pulled in the same point, that point's going to be either lower or the section next to it's going to appear higher. So as far as any of your hog ring placements, this part is probably the most critical, that you get these in the right place. This is the place where I lose my patience.
Okay. Take a deep breath, a little water.
Now he's getting worried.
Turn the cameras off.
Yeah. No Mountain Dew for Cap.
Let's see, now this was $1,000 I was getting for doing this, right?
I'll be taking donations later. Pass the plate.
That's what I should have, is a tip jar in the room.
That's it.
This time I can actually feel the wire down below, so that's a good sign. Now what you're doing is you're fighting this, you're fighting the start of the pull of the actual fabric. So this can get a little bit tricky.
Why would you not feel the wire down below?
Sometimes
It's out of line.
if it's slightly out of line or for some reason, I don't know, but it just like it tries to disappear. It doesn't want to get clipped. I can't tell you why, but sometimes you don't.
Let's say you said it could be out of line as much as a ½ inch.
Well, not a ½ inch, but you know, a good quarter of an
All right,
inch.
so what do you do then?
You've got to try to hit it. Because you can't, as far as I know,
That
you,
means when you put the hog ring through, it's not going to be, the seam's not going to be centered over the wire. If the wire is a ¼ inch offset.
we don't have to worry about that because the wire's right below it.
All right, but you said there are times when it's...
Yeah, and I don't know, and I don't,
I've encountered those times.
yeah. And I've never actually gone further into the seat to see whether or not I can move that wire. I don't,
That's the artistic part of it.
yeah. I mean, I'm reaching under here and the wire doesn't feel like it wants to move one side to the other.
It won't move.
Yeah. So it's pretty much a matter of what you can do in that case is not crimp your hog ring quite as tight. So it's got a little bit of give from one side to the other, as long as it's pulling down enough.
And keep the listing wire to one side. Don't try to get it
Don't go back and
back
forth.
and forth. Keep
Yeah,
it
keep it even.
where you start here is where you end up at top, regardless of where that lower wire is.
Except that you've got to hit something.
But you gotta hit it, yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to try to hit something. And all the time you're pushing down on everything too.
Piercings are in, so I might as well have a hog ring on it.
I think this looks a lot more comfortable than some I've seen.
Let's put one in my nose. Let's try it.
You'd look good with a whole assortment.
How much beer do you need before he does that?
Yeah.
Tequila.
Okay, let's see what we got going here. Let's do a little bit on the other side. I like to kind of work them both so that I'm not pulling all that side and then coming back to this side.
Have you ever done one where you did the very front edge first to pull that down into the groove and then go back and work it?
Pulling this all the way forward, you mean?
Yeah, but in other words, that wire you're through the listing that you're trying to do, if you did it at the front, would that hold the seam straight on each side and then go back and put the...
Yeah, but I'm not sure. I mean, we're also kind of working this forward at the same time, so I don't know if that would interfere with it.
Couldn't
So,
get out-
so ideally, you
couldn't
want to
get
start
outside.
from where you
I
patch it
always,
at the back and work it kind of out and stretching it at the same time, so you're
yeah, that's what I've always done. He probably just assumed that we didn't start experimenting. I mean, there's probably any numbers of ways you could do it, and I have no idea what sequence they used in the factory. So the more you do for friends and neighbors, the more you can try different ways.
For free.
And I think very quickly you'll find that that beer is not enough payment. Well, that almost is.
But the more beer, the lines are straighter.
The guy came in and the guy that owns the seat.
Another trick I have heard of some people using is instead of using hard rings, they use little zip ties.
A zip tie.
That way they put it through the wire, go down through the cushion, and then zip tie it from the bottom, and then pull them over.
I suppose if it's a
Punch
heavy,
a bunch of holes in just the right spot.
I suppose if it's heavy duty enough that then you, I don't know. That's another experiment that we're not going to try today.
I tried it. Simple.
How close together are you putting them on one side?
Through the fabrics.
I'm starting off at about an inch and a half. And again, we can, we can refer back to this if we feel that we have to.
Because usually with a hot ring, you pull it till you get it right and snap it.
And
How are you going to get a zip tie through?
they varied. Sometimes an inch, sometimes an inch and a half, sometimes as much as 2 inches. Again, when they were on the assembly line, they weren't going to spend any more time than they had to putting those clips in. If it looked good enough, and if it was holding, and it was out the assembly line, good enough for them.
Monday or
I
Friday.
like to end up at about an inch to an inch and a half, just because I figure more is better. Okay, let's quit there. Looking good. Now, put one more on this side of the switch. As I said, if they're pushing out 1,000 or 2,000 Monzas a day, that's 2,000 or 4,000 bucket seats. Whew!
What you're saying is.
Yeah, but your job is to put 3 hog rings.
Yeah.
Sitting there hog rigging seats.
Yeah.
If they've got a pneumatic hog ringer and it's self-feeding too.
They had that back then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And each person puts in 3 hog rings and it moves down the
Yeah. I know I've seen an ad picture of the sewing department, and it was as far as you could see down that building, ladies at sewing machines with piles and piles next to them. why GM needed so much. We do it with just 3 ladies. I've also been told on their dielectric embossing machines they had a big 12 or 14 foot round circle that had multiple toolings, so there might be 8 or 10 toolings going around in a circle. That one guy would be putting one material, the next person another material, then it get to the embosser, then it would cool, and then a person would take it off, so they were always loading it. It was doing an embossing probably every 15, 20 seconds. For us, one cycle, one embossing, you're looking at almost 2 to 3 minutes. So I missed one. It's really a matter of you have got to really push down on that in order to get everything down and do what you want it to do. So far I'm saying it looks pretty good. Is it growling?
Pretty is good. I like pretty is good. Yeah, okay.
Right now, he's not doing it, so it looks good.
Yeah.
He is Dave, by the way.
So you're gonna demonstrate the passenger seat?
Next?
No.
Yes. Yeah. Come by tonight about 8 o'clock.
Oh, Dave, you're gonna?
Yeah. Actually, the passenger side was just as bad as the driver's side, so it's got to get done pretty quick.
We brought him all the material, and he'll be an expert after this. And
We can bring more cars in then?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Josh.
as you can see, this is a really great spectator sport.
Yeah.
It should be on television anytime now, reality.
Kind of like paint.
Just need to add some fabricated drama. Hog ring and finger.
And after this is done, I'll say that it's not the
Yeah.
hardest part yet.
Iron upholstery.
Yeah. We need a timer
Yeah,
though. You gotta be doing this
you gotta-
quicker, you know? That's the whole thing for the drama. You only have 5 minutes left, you know?
And your surprise ingredient is a bad bun.
Well, when they first contacted me about this, I thought they were talking 2 bucket seats complete, and they were going to give me 2 hours.
Wow. That really would be like
Wow.
upholstery.
Actually, that's what it was, gal.
Bring the cameras from speed.
Yeah. Start nice and tight.
Here's what we've got so far.
Okay, good.
It's looking pretty much the same height, and it's staying basically in a straight line. The hard part is that you don't have much to push down on here. You've got to push down on that wire, so you're pushing on with the tips of your fingers until you can get the hog ring over the wire in the listing, and then you're pushing down to hope that you put the one underneath. I've only missed one so far, and I consider that very good.